Hi, my name's Amanda D. I'm going to talk about sit bone pain when you feel a fiery sensation just underneath the sitting bone, you can call them, the bones that we sit on, the sits bones, at the top of the hamstring area. Now, a lot of the time people think that this is due to the hamstrings overstretching, but sometimes it can be to do with the adductor magnus. So I have a previous video that you can watch to see whether it's your adductor magnus or whether it's your hamstring. The adductor magnus also connects to the sitting bone, the sits bone. Now, a lot of the time when it is the adductor magnus, once you've done the test from the previous video, just to check, the reason that this tendon tears or micro tears is because the muscle isn't strong. There's weakness. Now, there's a few things that you can do to strengthen this adductor magnus. Now, you can use your sock on a wooden floor, or I've got a slider here for carpet and I have it for the wooden floor. You can also use a paper plate if you have a carpet. Now, you're going to take a blanket or a cushion. I've got one here. I'm just going to reach for it. Underneath, let's start with the right knee. So I'm mirroring you here. So you're going to step that left foot onto the paper plate, or a sock on this left foot, and have the leg out to the side like you would for warrior two, and you're on top of your right knee. Tighten this outer right hip in so you have stability in this right outer hip. And you're just going to slide out, and then you'll feel a stretch in the adductor muscles in both sides of the leg. Keep checking this knee towards your little toe, and then see if you can slide back in. So that's the strengthening part of the adductor magnus. So you slide out, and then you try and pull your legs together. So we slide out. Now this pose, so keep going as I talk. This pose is like warrior two, right? Except that this back leg is not straight. So a lot of the time when we're in these open hip position, like Parsvakonasana, warrior two, also in poses like warrior one, we forget about the squeezing into the midline. Now this is very important because this is when we're strengthening this adductor magnus muscle that tends to get weak, and it is a hip stabilizer. So now we're going to pause out there. So we're in that kind of warrior two side angle position. And I want you to actively try to squeeze your legs together without this front knee collapsing in towards the midline. So squeeze your legs in this way. And just see if you can feel this adductor magnus. It goes to the sit bone. And then it is here on the inner leg. So see if you can feel that engage. And the hamstrings will also help as well in that action to stabilize that area. And then release. So, like I said, this would be the same in your warrior two. Squeezing into the midline, keeping the knee over the little toe, and feeling this action. Now, another position where we can tear this adductor magnus is when we're doing things like hand to big toe position. So the arm is on the inside, the lower leg is straight, the thigh bone is moving back. Now from here, you want to feel like you're pulling the inner knee back towards the sitting bone, and see if you can create that same engagement on the inner leg. Draw the belly in. And then as the leg extends forward, keep pulling the outer knee in towards the sitting bone area. The leg might not straighten all the way. It's more important that this lower leg is straight by pushing the foot into the floor. Now find the external rotation. This is when we put a lot of pressure now on that adductor muscle. Open the leg out to the side, but as you open the leg out to the sides, keep thinking about suctioning the inner knee towards that sit bone area. So you keep that engagement. Now if that's hard for you to feel in this pose, keep working with the slider until that muscle completely wakes up and you understand how to contract it in all the different poses. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Namaste.